Hi, and welcome to Talk Hearing. In this episode, we'll do a brief description of how to read your audiogram. So, you go to the hearing aid dispenser, you go to the audiologist, you have a hearing test or a hearing screening, and you should ask them for a copy of your test report so that you can see what it is you hear or what you don't hear. So, what I have here is an audiogram for a person. You'll see there's a red line. And the red line is where their right ear hears the tones. What happens as we go down the graph this way, I make the beeps get louder. As you go across the bottom, the pitch of the tone changes. So on this side of the graph, it says 125, you probably can't read it, but 125 hertz is a low frequency, like the sound of a foghorn, okay? So as we go across when we're doing the hearing test, the pitches get higher and higher until you get up to about 8,000 hertz. At 8,000 hertz is really the highest frequency we test. So I tell people that's like where birds chirp or the microwave beeps, those kind of high frequency sounds. Excuse me. The this little area here, I always print it on the audiograms that I produce, and it's called the speech banana or the speech canoe. Hopefully you have that on yours, but I could kind of explain how it works. Basically, where the line is here is where you hear the tones. So this particular guy in the low frequency, he's up near the top. This is normal up here. So in the low side of the graph, he's up here close to the top. So he hears low frequencies pretty well. He hears men's voices better than women's voices. He hears big bassy sound better than treble sounds. As we go across the audiogram, though, this guy has some loss over here in the highs. So the high frequency, where this low tone at 30 decibels, he's able to hear it. The high tone has to be up like 60 decibels for this guy to hear it. Okay, so that's kind of what the audiogram looks like. And the easiest thing for people to understand, I think, about a hearing test is having this box here, because in the box you'll see letters, and where those letters are represents where those sounds are in normal average speech, human speech. Okay, so when I am talking, the sound of an m, d, b, those low tones are right here. And this particular guy hears these low tones very well because he can hear the low frequencies way up here at the top. So because he hears the lows well, he can hear those letters really well. This particular guy, a lot of people mumble for him because he doesn't hear the S sound, the F sound, the TH sound so well. So the high frequency consonants this guy doesn't hear so well because he detects, if I'm out here at 4,000 hertz and he's detecting it at 60 decibels, well, the S and the F are up here at 20 decibels. So if the S sound is at 20 and he doesn't hear the sound until 60, he misses these sounds most of the time. So this is actually a pretty typical audiogram of a friend who walks in the office and says, I feel like I hear pretty well, but everybody mumbles. The reason he feels like he hears well is because he hears the low frequency sounds well. He has that good boomy lows, so he feels volume. But he doesn't understand speech, and he thinks people mumble a lot because he doesn't pick up the high frequency consonants in speech. The red line represents the right ear. On this audiogram, there's no left ear. I tried to make it a little clearer. Apologize if you can't see it well. But when you get your hearing test done or your hearing screening done, you should ask for a copy of this so that you clearly understand what sounds you hear and what sounds you don't, because that will determine your success using custom digital hearing aids, and it will help guide us in the decision as to which is the most appropriate style of device for your particular hearing loss. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below. And as always, hope you enjoy the day. I'm yours in better hearing, Don Lawrence. Bye for now.